I have seen my death, and it is Mr. Met with a t-shirt cannon.
I feel like that's going to kick off the podcast, right?
Welcome to episode 33.
Welcome to the Top 5 Podcast, the
Wow.
only podcast run by the top 5 draft picks of Season 9, part of the Banana Cast Podcast Network. I am your guest, Noah Diamond, and we are joined today by your host. Host, would you like to do a roll call?
Oh, no.
What is this?
My God, I was not ready for this shit. But I gotta leave it
Even
in 'cause it was
like-
so fucking good.
Which
All
one,
right,
man?
it was
God.
Gold.
Way too prepared.
I don't believe you didn't rehearse that in the mirror for a week.
Thinking about it before we got on the podcast? Sure. Did I
That was
say it
amazing.
out loud?
Do we have
No.
like a new
So I'm
setup guy?
Damon, do the thing.
Do the thing, day man.
the thing. I'm here. It's me. It's me. We're here. We're starting. Okay. We're starting. It's me. One. All right, I'm good.
Crazy hole in one.
I guess Dupito Einsteiny here. Your Philadelphia Phillies.
Chalk Banana, also of your Philadelphia Phillies.
Leo Pollersbeck of your San Diego Fathers. And always in our heart and in our minds, and sometimes in other places. No, I will not elaborate. 16-bit Griff.
Once he was in my DMs, and it was awesome.
Leo, this time it sounded like you said Neapolitan, and I thought you were saying Neapolitan.
Neapolitan.
And now I want to see the City Connect Padres in Neapolitan colors.
I do own the City Connect Padres jersey. The children loved it. They thought it was very, very bright, which I guess is perfect for them because they need bright things to attract their attention for longer than 30 seconds. So
Does it say Pollersbeck on the back?
it does
Is this
not.
tradition?
DH, shout out DH Gate. I've got one coming in the mail that says Pollersbeck on the back. It is not the City Connect. It is just the tan, I believe.
Nice.
Another big DH Gate order. This one was 11 jerseys.
Jeez.
What are you doing with
Jesus
11
Christ,
jerseys?
How much did
I
you
got it.
spend
I
on
have
the DH?
That's
one
like-
fucking. I have
11
one
11
Mariners
jerseys, and they
jersey,
all
sir.
say Pollersbeck.
Right.
11 jerseys.
Or some version of Pollersbeck.
This is how he's going to like
No,
tease his
Leo's
signing
real-
next year.
Leo's real name is way less letters than that, so it's probably cheaper to use his real name than his fake name.
Half of them say Pollersbeck, the other half say Leo.
How much did 11 jerseys cost, Bio?
The order came out to $300.
Honestly, cheaper than one real jersey.
I was about to say
yeah.
when I got my Mariners jersey, that's the Sunday all that's a Griffey one that was like a Hall of Fame year one. It was like 150, I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about 2 regular jerseys. Now, that being
Yeah.
said, of the 11,
So-
3 of them are gifts. 2 of them
Fair.
are for... 2 of
Can
those
we-
gifts are for somebody who might watch the pod, and one of them is somebody who definitely doesn't.
Can we pause for a second here?
Sure.
Our guest, the venerable Noah Diamond, kicked us off with what probably was the best introduction in top 5 history. Definitely a top
Uh-huh.
5. And
Definitely
now
top 3.
he was leading. Leo just took the lead, but Noah's not done with the hole. He is -4 on this course. I'm calling shenanigans. Noah has been prepped. Is there a shadow top 5 podcast that's been going on that is he coming in? He's back in
He
the lead at
figured it out.
-6.
You figured it out. It took
We haven't
33
even.
episodes.
Oh man, I was just about to say we haven't even said that it was the 33rd episode yet, have we?
It is the 33rd
We
episode.
did. I think I said it earlier. But yes, this is our special 33rd episode.
And
with the
who
triples
better to
man
have
himself.
on the 33rd episode? Exactly.
Noah Diamond, who's
Noah
now
Diamond.
quiet.
Diamond, trying to figure out how in the world
may have lost
to do this hole.
Rhombus.
I got nothing. All right. Fuck it, we ball.
He's
I feel like-
strategizing.
I feel like you bought the
Probably got
guide.
a ruler out and a protractor and
A protractor. I've never heard it
I
pronounced
think I
like
have
that.
anything other
I
than
haven't
the
either.
worst.
How do you
Tractor?
pronounce it?
Protractor?
Protractor.
How
Yeah.
did I say it differently?
Protractor, also known as a John
Protractor.
Deere.
A thing
The,
that
emphasis, the
protracts.
emphasis on it. Yeah, exactly. Like a
Yeah.
protractor, like a really nice tractor.
It's like it's no longer in the minor leagues. It's a major league tractor.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Major League
Look
Tractor.
at
Jeez.
that.
My God, what is up with
Wow.
the? I feel like
Wow.
this is a few times in a row now that we've had a guest come on and then just be like, "Oh, by the way, I'm really fucking good at mini golf." And we're all just like, "What the hell?"
We need
What
to
we
change
call
up our
beginner's
game.
luck.
Shorty was rough, but then she fixed it in the middle.
Atrocious.
But in fairness, she started off with like the worst hole to start off with for a person who's never played. So
She really did.
Here's what I know about this course from my experience watching this podcast. This is about to go badly, and I'm somehow going to get stuck
Shit.
in a loop of never getting anywhere.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. I
Yep.
personally love when that happens because it's just like, doot. I play elevator music in my head. Like nothing you can do about it. You're screwed.
Good luck, everyone else. Oh no.
oh, there it goes.
Yoink.
All right,
Cool.
Stupido, you handle this one. You want me to do it? Noah, do you
Give
want
me
to
a
just do it
moment.
yourself?
Yeah, we'll just let Noah do it
Boy.
himself. He killed the intro.
Yeah.
It's like when someone represents
his own
themselves in
questions.
court.
Yeah.
He's just walking back and forth between the witness stand and the.
Isn't there
Defense
something like
attorney
the
does.
man who represents himself as a fool for a client or something?
That is exactly what the saying is.
CT, hire me.
Not necessarily, but I know well enough to
I got the questions up.
to not do that. Right, I have no idea what this
Oh,
does.
yeah,
Let's find
no.
out.
Uh-oh.
That's cool.
Oh, he figured it out.
Teleported. Yeah, the teleport's fun.
All right, Noah. How did you find MLR?
So I remember seeing the Icky one year and looking at it and going, that seems fun. I don't have the time for this. I don't have the time to figure this stuff out. And I did not join at that point. And then I remember at some point in, I guess it was 2022, I looked at the sticky on our baseball. Is that it? Right? Yeah, sure. That I remember seeing this before. It seemed fun last time. Let's try it again. Or try it for the first time, I guess. And joined FCB. Had a great time with season 8 Michigan. And, stuck around ever since.
The Wolverines.
Wolverines
Coached
indeed.
by
That is their mascot.
the veterans Demetrius Uga. Wow, I cannot speak tonight. I apologize.
Oh,
And
I
He's
prefer
everywhere.
calling him Ugo now.
I was going to
And,
start doing that. I thought
yeah.
Oogs
Kenny
was the one, but
Kawaguchi.
I
I
like
like-
Ugo.
Oogie was my favorite, but Ugo is definitely the best now.
Let go my Ugo.
Boo.
It's a
Wow.
it's a beluga whale.
Oh,
Boo.
Try your
Booga?
own. Try something your own.
the second one was better than the first one.
Yes.
Oh. That
You know what?
hurts.
You motherfuckers sit back there without making any jokes or attempts and just shit on my jokes.
We make
You
jokes.
You just said yours was
Oh,
better.
yeah.
I was gonna say,
uh-huh,
I just
uh-huh,
said yours was
uh-huh.
better.
Uh-huh. You
I thought you were making
guys-
a joke, Leo.
Am
Mhm.
I don't know.
why don't you go wear one of your
Life is a joke. I'm the clown.
Not
Honk, honk.
Wolverines.
He can't wear them because it hasn't come in yet.
No, it
Oh
hasn't.
yeah.
Are
I'm
those all
assuming
going to
you
come
might-
in one shipment, or is that a?
They are all one shipment. I bought them from the same store, the same store I bought from last time, and they were really good quality. So
Fucking
Uh,
what the UPS guy's gonna be like, my God.
yeah, it was a large package last time. So I can only imagine what adding 3 more will do.
I may need to get your input on how to do that. I may want to do. Do they have
Yeah,
kid
I need
sizes?
to look at that too.
Yes, they
Do
have.
they have cat
Yeah.
sizes?
They do not
Kid
have
size.
cat
Oh,
sizes.
cats. Oh, I thought you asked.
I
if
have yet
okay.
to find cat. I found dog, but I haven't found cat.
How quickly do
what?
they come in? That's my question.
Let me look when I placed my first order.
If I do one now, can I get it in approximately 10 weeks?
Yes.
Apropos of nothing.
I'd be willing to
Oh,
say yes.
Even when I ordered stuff from like AliExpress back in the day, which was like inland China coming from inland China, it was definitely quicker than 10 weeks. Probably like 5 or 6.
Well, yeah, but back in the day was before the shipping crisis. I don't know if that's been sorted. Was it a
I
crisis ever even?
guess.
Hey, Noah.
Hmm.
How did you get into the league after you found the sticky in the season in 2022 and played for the Wolverines?
What happened next? Well, draft day, and I remember having Volth, then GM of the Seattle Mariners, reached out. And he's like, "Hey, we like you. We don't think you're going to be around for our second pick." And I remember, I think it was Miro, then GM of the Blue Jays. Same comment. We like you. You know, we're happy to chat with you. We don't think you're going to be around for us. Wow, 14. That's pretty damn good. And ultimately got drafted by Keo of the San Diego Padres, someone I believe Leo may be familiar with at this point.
I know them. I know them.
I just realized
Yes.
Keo and Leo rhyme.
Oh my
San
gosh,
Diego
they do. I just
Eos.
realized.
Are you serious, Leo?
Wow.
So did I.
No, I don't say Keo and
Hey,
Leo in the
I
same
love
sentence.
I didn't either.
I say Keo and I because I'm Leo.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. Okay, sorry,
You're
Noah.
good.
You were drafted
By the Padres. I was out at a Japanese street fair with my wife, my brother-in-law, and his
Ooh.
then girlfriend, now fiance. So I was very confused by the flurry of text that I was getting until I realized what was going on. Had a great season with the Padres. Memorable season for me with the triples, which I'm sure we will talk about at some point.
Of
And
course.
then
What?
God, why is my ball stuck?
Because I put sticky balls on so it gets stuck to the walls and shit. Because I'm actually going to try this one and see how well I do.
I am excited for Dayman putting in an effort.
Well, I started hole one with a hole in one, so.
Yeah. My wife
That is
just brought
cool.
me pizza and a cream soda.
Ooh.
Wow. Goals.
I like half of it.
Cream soda's okay.
All right, no, I have to interrupt your discussion of your draft. We're pausing in the middle of the Japanese street fair thing. Leo, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't like cream soda?
Not a big cream soda guy now.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You have like 17 different flavors that you list out of slushies, but you don't like cream soda.
Also,
You like
yes.
you like 30 different types of sweet icy treats, and if one of them are cream soda, you'd be like, pass.
Yes, correct. I hate things that taste creamy without milk.
I know that before you said that sentence, you were thinking in your head how to word it better so it didn't sound like that, and I appreciate it,
And
but I don't think there was any
you know,
getting around
Still
it.
came out.
But
the
you know,
right
but
way.
you know what? I was very
I
upset
respected
because
it.
cream soda is delicious. I respect that choice. I get that now. Thank you for so articulately putting that.
Mhm.
That makes a lot of sense. Noah, I
I think
apologize. Oh, go ahead,
Go
David.
ahead.
My bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh,
I
please
was just
do.
going to get
Soda's
back to
fine.
Noah because we keep interrupting him, and we have like 30 questions for him. So
Doesn't seem like that many.
I know I often use hyperbole.
Never heard of it.
Hyperbole?
Hyperbole. Yes.
Hyperbole.
Hyperbolic.
It's the week
So
after
you-
the
Hyperball,
Super
everybody's
Bowl.
favorite power up
Yeah,
in
you
this
did
game.
great.
Yeah.
Hyperbole.
How did you get to Cleveland?
So,
Then did you go to free
yeah, I
agency?
went through free agency. I had a good year in San Diego. I decided that I was looking for something just a little bit different. free agency came around and I found out I was popular, which was news to me. And spoke to, I think, just over half the league. Narrowed it down to a couple of different choices, and ultimately decided Cleveland was a good place to be. And so there I went, and there I am.
Who was the runner-up?
Who was the runner-up? The runner-up was Oakland, and it was a close second.
Was this before season 9?
It was before season 9, and ultimately, I think the big decision maker for me was there are a couple people in Oakland who I very much am fans of and would like to play with, but a portion of the reason that I went to free agency was I was looking for certain degree of activity in the clubhouse, and I just couldn't be sure with a new team that I was going to have that. Which is a shame because, again, the folks that are the season 9 veterans in Oakland are quite a good bunch of folks.
Yes, I'm a fan of most of Oakland.
Yes, agree.
Just let them hang out.
It can just be like that, though, of like teams that are like good or fine or like fun to be around aren't necessarily like exactly where you would necessarily want to like play.
Raymond says, having spent an inordinate amount of time on the Cleveland server.
I was going to say, I think we can universally acknowledge that Cleveland is probably the most active team server, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's genuinely insane how many channels they have and how many messages get sent in all of those channels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have a good time.
Like it's
hard to keep up?
It's borderline overwhelming from an outsider looking in.
Well,
borderline, we need to do a better
Leo,
job.
You've been in the most clubhouses. How active is San Diego versus Tampa Bay versus Milwaukee?
I'd say San Diego's pretty active within the confines of the clubhouse.
Yeah, that is the other hard thing too. Yeah,
that is really hard.
You don't know like how active like an actual like thing is, because even like our MLN server, like we have like 2 or 3 public active channels, but like before then we didn't really, and like you would think that nobody was ever talking to that server, and there like some days like are so many messages.
There's a lot of messages in Kansas in the MLN. A lot of
so it's tough to gauge that.
Absolutely is. My experience in free agency is you do a lot of talking with the GMs. You get a sense of them as people. You trust them to answer honestly, and you spend a little bit of time in their servers. And especially in the off season when folks are looking to recruit, there's usually either a public channel that's active or some private channels that you're invited to that are, active and give you a sense of what the folks are going to be like on the inside. Never a guarantee, right? You never know exactly what you're stepping into when you go into a new place.
Well, and life happens too, and people need to move on. So,
absolutely.
You're really excited to hang out with Noah Diamond in Cleveland, but suddenly, Noah's got to take care of Baby Ruth every day for some reason, and you just don't get to talk to him as much. So,
also just be like random shit too, where you're just like, I went out of town for like a week, and then I came back and had to like do this thing, and then all of a sudden it's like a month later, and you're just like busy.
Life
happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Life does in fact happen.
Finds a way.
What is life?
But happening.
Liberty in the pursuit of happiness.
Stupido, you're the only one here on the top 5 that's been in multiple clubhouses.
Leo's been in multiple clubhouses.
I've been in 3.
I know I already asked you, Leo, and then you kind of dodged the question, so I was going to move on.
What was the question? Oh yeah, San Diego. No, San Diego's active. It's active.
Well, yeah, I just was asking you to compare the 3, but you didn't seem to want to, so I just stopped asking you a question.
Fair.
Now we call it out though, so I feel bad.
Good.
Vegas pulled in some very
Should
good
feel
rookies
bad.
over the
Hey, man.
last few years. I think Keo and I'm sure Leo have a very good sense of what it is that they're looking to build there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I hope so.
Does that mean you hope Keo does? Because you don't, or
Well, it's kind of hard to add rookies when the draft is over at this point. So
That's
we're going to
true.
be
I mean, just trade for all the rookies. Problem solved, right?
the aim.
there's some free agents out there.
Yeah. Well, the team's mostly full for that. I think we have one roster spot. So
Yeah, that sounds right.
technically add one person. Now, who would that one person be? I don't know.
You just leave
Will
it
we
open.
even
Someone
have-
might come in that you want.
Probably is just going to be left open for the time being. So
I think
everybody
that's
can
how
get
Philly is.
equal at bats,
I think-
equal innings, and etc.
I think most everybody just is like, if you're not full, you just got one spot probably, except for
Yeah.
a few.
Early in the season.
And I think they tend to want it that way.
Yeah,
And I'm sorry, Chalk. What were you asking me?
I was asking if you I was asking like your thoughts on comparing activity between Tampa, where you left, and Philly, where you've been. Because I only know Philly, and I do view us as relatively active. But it's only in like the locker room, and it's really only, I mean, it's most active obviously around game time and scouting.
Mm-hmm.
But I still feel like we're pretty active. Not there. I don't have a frame of reference, so I was curious.
Philly is more active than Tampa was.
It's also like there's a lot of different people on Tampa now than there used to be.
That's true. The Tampa
From
room
there.
locker room could be or team could be a lot more active now.
Yeah,
This has changed year to year,
fair enough.
without a doubt.
Mhm.
Yeah, like it could
roster
change like
turn.
drastically too, depending on if.
Oh yeah, just look at the Braves. I mean, that's
It's a very
They
different
had
team
what,
year over
like
year.
8 people.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're doing pretty well. I don't know who they're playing, but they won.
They put up
The
11.
Dodgers.
I
Set up
think.
11. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
B was in our clubhouse talking about how he was having a good day, and it just broke my heart a little bit. I know he's the journeyman who goes around, but rookie teammates.
For reference, everybody, it is May 14th today.
Yeah, we're what about halfway through the first session.
Yeah, 5 days in. Yeah.
Games are starting to finish up.
We have, let's see, I think we're in the bottom of the 5th right now. So
I believe we're in the
top 6.
fourth. We're in bottom 4.
Just finished.
We're only in what, the third, Chalk, or did we go in? Yeah, bottom third, I think, or top 4. Noah, how'd you come up with your name?
So when Babe Ruth was in the process of becoming an actual person,
That could mean so many different things.
before we knew if we were having a boy or a
had
girl.
thoughts. I'm not
It
saying
took me a second to like understand what was happening.
process, Noah.
But
While my
There we
wife
go.
was pregnant,
Okay.
Much better.
before we knew if we were having a boy or a girl, we talked through a bunch of names. We were trying to figure out, all right, if we have a boy, what are our top contenders? What's an option? What's not? If we have a girl, what's an option? What's not? And one of the big contenders, if we were having a boy, was Noah. So that name was just kind of in my head.
Fair.
And then I immediately panicked and went, oh shit, I need a last name, don't I? Baseball field, baseball diamond, Noah Diamond.
Makes
Panic.
sense.
Nailed it.
If I were going back now, I would probably find some sort of silly pun because, that's fun. It's a good time, but
The
name I came up with and I'm probably going to stick
Good name.
with. I like
I don't
it
think-
at this
made
point.
for some good,
I don't think names have to be puns,
hidden gems. Serious.
Yeah, not all names do.
personally.
Not all names do, but
They do.
puns tend to be a good starting place.
True.
I'm gonna. Can I
Apologies to Starch.
ask you a slightly
Very
personal
true.
question, Noah? Do you plan on having more
Right.
kids?
Is a good question, and it is something that is under
If you
discussion.
were to have more children, and it would be the next one would be a boy, would Noah be in the name running?
Another good question.
Might, probably wouldn't, for reasons beyond the
enough.
scope of what needs to be talked about, but it would
Does your
probably
wife
get
know your
discussed.
MLR name is Noah?
Sure does, and she laughs about it all the time. Let me just quote her from
Ooh.
last night,
Hey,
which was, if I didn't know about your silly game, and you just, periodically looked down at your phone and had a little smile and a little giggle the way that you do, I think you're cheating on me.
Mrs. Diamond, let me assure you,
Yeah, you
Noah has been nothing but faithful as far as we have seen, just so you know.
sure that message will reach her in a
yeah,
timely
I'm sure
manner.
Yes, of
I'm sure she's
course.
listening.
Yeah.
1 to 5 business days. Oh, there goes my ball. Speaking of 1 to 5 business days, Stupido, to answer your question earlier, I ordered the jerseys on the 27th, and they got here on the 30th of April. So March 27th, sorry. They arrived on the 30th of April.
So about a month.
About a month.
So I need to hurry up.
Well,
Within
within
the
the
10 weeks, but-
10
Well,
week
within 10.
span of
Stupido, if I go in that order,
Okay.
could I pay for mine and give you a couple of bucks to bring them with you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I will send you all the links.
Thank you.
Perfect. So question number 4. What are your top 3 league highlights you'd like to share?
3 league highlights. Number 1 would be, I have been in the playoffs both years that I have been in the league. Had a very good run with the Padres. We ran into a buzzsaw of a Dodgers team that ultimately took the paper cup. And then a very good year in season 9 with Cleveland, where we ran into another buzzsaw called the Baltimore Orioles. Not a whole lot you can do when you're faced with that kind of challenge. But look, had a great year with both of those. Highlight number 2, I think, despite being on the wrong end of it, would be the minor league 8B finals. For those who are not familiar, season 8 minor league, we actually had 2 mini seasons, 8A and 8B. 8B was the Santa Rosa Scuba Divers against the Belize Nuts. And my goodness, that final. There were multiple comebacks. There was a comeback from, I believe, 6 runs down at one point by the divers to ultimately take that. I mean, again, hats off to them. Great game on their end. Some really clutch hitting by a number of different people, including
Nice.
one Mr. Brent Showwater.
Former guest.
Rather poor luck on the pitching end by one Mr. President.
President Big Stick.
Beyond that, President Big Stick, the one and only. And ultimately just a very fun game that the divers ended up taking over the Nuts.
Talked about that as one of his highlights. I think he was on the divers.
Indeed. I think Brent talked about it too.
It was a hell of a game. Shameless plug, I did do a oral history style piece that I've posted before, and I'm happy to send anybody the link to. A lot of interviews with a number of different folks that ultimately comes together to tell the story of each of those seasons, each of those teams 8B, their road to the playoffs and the final, and ultimately walks through how that game went. I think it's a very cool piece, and it's not every day that you get to see, how did this go down in the clubhouse? What were the teams thinking? How did we get here in everybody's own
I remember
words?
reading that. It was a great piece.
Appreciate that.
And somewhat related to that, you're working on the
guess
minor
that leads
league
to-
GM. The gyms for this year?
Gem cut GMs. Yes, I am working on that right now. And my apologies. There's a couple of GMs who I am behind on. It's been stuck down a rabbit hole called Hades 2.
Me too.
So those will get
It's so
done.
good.
Earlier this weekend I finished my first complete run, Leo. I think it was like my 20th or 21st night.
What
Oh man. No, I just played way too much Hades.
What weapon are you using?
Whatever has grave
That's
thirst
fair.
on a given night. Everything except for the candlestick things. Those just do not
I've
deal
been
enough
using the default
damage.
weapon a lot, just because it feels the best. Especially after you.
Honestly, I like all of them so far.
I haven't tried the. I've basically only used the default weapon.
A run that I cleared, I'm trying to remember, was with what? One that I cleared, I think I was using actually the twin daggers,
Sister blades.
surprisingly. Sister blades. Just managed to really get a build that, synced up real well. And for those who are not currently playing Hades 2, this is the most riveting conversation you've heard all
on
week.
the edge of my
and I
seat,
apologize.
but it's because I've just started recently Hades 1, and I don't get a lot of time to play, and I'm trying to kind of run it myself. So I'm really worried you guys are going to tell me do this or do that, and I'm not a guy who normally likes to figure games out himself. I'm just I have 10 minutes to play. Let me just tell me what's best to do, and oh look, I get dopamine from winning.
Yeah, just give me the best fucking build.
Exactly.
I don't give a shit. I just
but
want
I'm
to
really
play
enjoying
for
just
20 minutes.
I think it's amazing how well the first game guides you, nudges you gently to be hey, maybe you should try this over here. And so I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really nervous that you're gonna ruin something for me. I had a buddy already be oh, have you tried doing this? And I'm you mother, just stop. And he finally, he doesn't listen super well, but he finally stopped, and I didn't get too much, but I'm not super far along because I'm not good at games anymore. And that's a me thing, but
I don't have the 100 hours to put in the games nowadays.
That's more my thing.
Yeah, I don't think this requires 100 hours.
If
they were trying to get every game done,
so many do nowadays. So many of the AAA games.
Yeah, they really do take a look.
And I love the story of games, so I'll usually put it on the easiest setting.
Same.
And just enjoy the story. I don't care who hates me for that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with
especially
that,
if it's a single player game, something that's just me. I don't want to spend the entire time just dying and shit.
Yeah, 100% on board.
Pacific Drive was really fun, but it just it was a little too difficult, honestly, and you can turn the difficulty settings to whatever you want, but when you do, it diminishes the rewards so much that it sucks. I was just man.
I get having achievements hidden behind difficulty settings, but changing the whole game based on it, that seems a little.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I also don't have time, and I'm also not good at video games.
Beauty of Hades is number one. Dying is not
Yes.
failure.
Yeah,
Dying is
that's
expected.
nice.
So you get to
The
play this game
roguelike
over and
genre
over,
expects you to die.
and you get something that you learn, something that you get for your character, something that you figure out a little better each run. So over time, not only does your character get better, but you have a
Right.
better idea of what you're doing. And it works. It is just a
Yeah, I got my ass
really
handed to
well
me like
crafted game.
17, 50, 85 times by Meg, and I finally was able to beat her. Now I'm relatively able to beat her regularly.
Yeah.
But dude, she hurt bad. So
Can I ask what weapon you use?
I think I don't know exactly what Noah is talking about because I've not played 2 because I'm playing it on Switch.
Oh yeah, no, I've played 1.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
I
I think I'm doing what he's doing, which is I use whatever has a specific. There's one that has like the specific, like you get like a bonus darkness thing, so I just tend to use that one.
Yeah.
And I don't comment too much on this one. I think I have to use each weapon to beat Megara to get all of the Titan blood for something. I don't know for certain. So I'm trying to figure out which one I haven't beat with her. I think I haven't beat her with the gun because I fucking hate the gun.
The gun.
I did not like the gun. And I
I'm
wanted to
coming
like the bow,
around
and I
to
did
it.
not like the bow.
It has taken some time.
I won't lie, I played the entirety of Hades 1 using one weapon. And I did not change from that one weapon. That's with the
You
shield.
played what,
of
the
course.
I
sword
do
the whole
like the
time?
shield.
I like the shield, but the
I
gauntlet
have
was
had
the
good
thing
luck
that
with
worked
the
for me.
spear. I like the spear too.
The variant on the gauntlets.
Yeah.
Man, no, you're
I
gonna
like
make
the
me
sphere.
actually try out weapons other than the default weapon.
Well,
in
that's the
Hades
whole
2
point:
now.
is you play and have fun with it, right?
I know. It's just I like the Daedalus hammer upgrades on the default weapon. I feel like those are really good, and I wonder if the Daedalus hammer upgrades on the other weapons are going to be as good.
Well, they're fun.
Fine. I think Sister Blades has the stuff on it, so Sister Blades will be my next run.
My thing is, Leo, if it's that random game sort of thing, right? Like the whole point of Hades is to try everything different and yada yada yada. Why not fucking just enjoy all the crap they put in there? Because obviously the dev knows what the fuck they're doing. They do a whole lot of stuff. You know,
Yeah.
so I just kind of like, I'm going to trust them that this is part of what makes this game good, and I'm going to try everything. That's what I do.
Yeah, but I also just died on the boss with the default weapon, so I'm kind of hesitant to mix up what's working right now. But
Fair enough.
I'll try it out.
Not saying anything.
Oh,
The boss is hard.
oh,
in
believe
Hades
me.
too.
I found out. I died.
First time I got there, I had like no health. I had no qualifications for being there. I was like, this is just to figure things out. And then I realized,
Yeah,
oh,
he
you hit
hurts.
like a truck.
A lot. Very bad. Yeah, I felt the fuck over. Anyway,
Yes.
what's the next question, stupid?
Are you done? You're done with Hades
For now.
for now?
now.
Noah, Mr. Diamond, what are the top 3 best ways to save money on our taxes?
Oh, Lord.
Hold on, let me get at my notepad.
So
Yeah, I got
Okay.
it.
option one.
Ooh.
Okay.
Option one, make
Okay,
less
I'm
money.
already there. I've already done
Wait.
this.
I've been told that they tax the poor more now. Has the liberal media lied to me, Noah?
Oh, no.
So here's the thing. And a lot of it comes down to how people are measuring.
Right after the shower, and you
Because
push it up, right?
depending on how you measure, you're going to get a different answer.
No, bad.
What?
Do not do your taxes in the
What
shower.
other ways there to measure?
I am not a
Gets
tax
the paper all
professional, but I
wet.
feel like that's probably a safe bet.
Okay.
Gets the paper
Don't-
all wet. It short circuits the laptop.
So here's the thing. On a rate basis, on an average rate basis, if you're paying most of your income at ordinary tax rates, you're paying it on earned income, stuff that you make from working. That means you are on a rate basis probably paying less than somebody whose income is primarily from
Really?
buying and selling stocks. Because buying and selling stocks, if you hold it for more than a year, is taxed at a lower tax rate. That's what people are talking about when they're saying, "Oh, the rich have such a low tax rate." Because listen, if you're the kind of rich where you don't need to work and you've got boatloads of money in the stock market, you invest in something in the stock market, you sit on your butt, you wait a year, you sell it, you're going to pay a lower tax rate than if you made the same amount of money
I thought it
from
was that they could
having a job.
take out loans based on their assets. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that too.
That too. I'm just talking about strictly from an income perspective. If you're talking about loans
They are
aren't
not
income.
income.
So then you get into a whole
Well, as a professional, let me ask you
different
this.
discussion then.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No.
So I was just going to say, if folks like to go to sleep to the top 5 podcasts,
I mean, I
talk
think
about
our
taxes all
demographic
night.
is like 30 and above.
Is
Is
it?
it not?
I don't know.
I think I think 30 and above is pushing
25 and above?
I'd say maybe 25.
I'd say 25 is a healthy, yeah.
Because I think
Of
the
course, there's gonna be
MLR
the-
average is mid 20s,
Okay.
Of course,
maybe early 20s.
trying to think of like an 18-year-old viewer. Duck is gonna pull up in the comments and just, I'm not.
Zoomers run this shit.
Yeah, the Zoomers are here. Zoomers sound off in the comments.
With the
Oh, if you're a Zoomer, leave a comment.
The easiest way to figure that out is just, all right, how many signups did we have for Boomer Zoomer last year, and how many did we have for the famed Dayman Invitational? I can't believe
We
that's
had,
not
I can
working.
say, a
the
lot for the
Damon
Boomers
Invitational.
team.
Yeah.
We had a pitcher every inning and 2 whole lineups for hitting. So 18 plus 6, 24.
And
That was after having cut. It was like 30
Yeah.
something people.
Yep.
We need a boomers versus boomers just to get the what boomers can play the zoomers.
Ooh.
Kind of like
Get off my lawn.
80s versus the 90s.
Like gotta you gotta
And that's
earn
not
your
ages,
right to
that's
try to
years
beat
we
the
were
shit
born.
out of the kid. That too.
Wait, Stupido, were you born in
to
the
face
80s?
the Zoomers?
Yes. Almost no.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
December 31st, 1989.
You were on the wrong end of that decade.
You were born in the 80s.
I was born in the 80s, but barely.
Okay, so
He's a history teacher. People
Barely,
give
but
him
not
time.
almost 90.
Let them cook, as the youngsters
January
like to say.
1st, 1990.
Wow.
That would be in the 90s. I was born in the 80s.
I'm tired. Listen, there's
He's
7
already
days
playing
left.
in, he's already playing in his
Not a math teacher, folks.
Hades 1
There's
run.
7 days left of the school year.
Congratulations, buddy.
Carter was the president.
Still alive, too.
Jimmy Carter. Wait, did you say Carter was a
Yes.
president? Jimmy Carter. Shout out. I wrote a paper about him, and I did not get a good grade on it because I stopped showing up to that class, and also I hated it. But that
Makes sense why you
Go ahead.
late 80s. That okay, never mind. Makes sense why you're being a silly goose is what I'm trying to
Stupido's born
say.
in 1980. That's what we're saying.
I was born in
Yeah,
1980, barely
Yeah.
into 1980. I was almost born in 79.
So was my wife.
And yeah.
Stupido and my wife are the same age.
My wife.
Oh, maybe they know each other.
They don't.
Yeah. Might have been born the same second for all we know.
They were born at the exact same second.
You don't know that.
In high school, there's this, I made that joke one time when someone told me that their mom worked nights, and someone else was like, "My mom works nights," and I was like, "Maybe they know each other." Crowning achievement. Peaked
Good joke.
too
Everyone
hard.
laughed.
By everyone, like the 3 people that were there because I had like 2 friends. Yes.
Well, now you have at least 3.
Someone play the
Was one of them Bob?
someone play the Kawhi Leonard laugh.
I don't know what that means.
Sounds like a young thing.
I'm not gonna do it because I know that you haven't messed with your soundboard settings and it's gonna blow your ears out and then you'll be
Thank
mad.
you for thinking of me and my old manness. No, I don't know how old you
I
are.
have a really funny one.
You're an AARP, so you're over 30. Were you born in the 90s or the 80s?
No.
Correct.
Oh,
So Noah would be on the bad side of the
Born in the
boomer versus
90s.
boomer battle.
Oh, the bad side is crazy.
Yes.
the bad side. That's actually not a bad idea to. I mean, we still need a boomers versus zoomers game though.
But we gotta add a fucking round.
Gotta have a
classic.
fucking qualifying round. Determine your fitness.
Honestly, that is great. That is great. The boomers play each other, and then we play the best of the boomers play the zoomers. That's amazing.
A dome tryout for the Boomers team.
We have to get that started now to be finished in
Yeah,
time.
we'll talk to Isaac about setting that up. No, do you mind GMing the kids
So
born
Noah-
in the 90s?
The kids.
What did you
Time
say?
to GM something.
Oh, okay.
Do I have time to GM something? Let's see.
Okay.
As
Let's see what
someone
time of year
who
it
did
is.
GM, I would say you have plenty of. No, I'm kidding.
Too busy GMing an actual live human being.
That's why you have co-GMs.
Mm-hmm.
Co-GMs don't
fun.
matter.
It's a funny story
They
about.
don't matter, but they do all the work.
Co-GMs don't do anything. They don't.
Wow,
They don't matter.
Wow.
I'm right here, man.
Wow.
Hmm.
I'm
Wow.
one too. It's
Uh,
fine.
Are you?
I know. Didn't
Oh,
know
okay.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, Yeah, so funny story. FCB
It was a
season
very
9,
funny
I was
story.
the co-GM, or as I would call it, the assistant GM for the University of Georgia Bulldogs.
Park.
And my intention in being the assistant, and distinctly the assistant, was great. I get to be the guy who helps to teach them what's going on, and I have no responsibilities. You know, the veteran mentor position, except that I wasn't qualified to be a veteran or a mentor. And then the GM of that team had to step away, and suddenly I was running the team, which was a surprise to me. And it explains why the players off of that team are causing chaos all around the league. Right, Leo?
Me, Joy, Mac, Pontus, Scorsden, Carl, Bart. How
Curl.
many-
Wow.
Carl?
You got the whole
Havoc.
name, or the whole team named.
Oh,
That's. I think that's as many. I think that's as
that's
many.
a
as I
very
can
good
get.
clubhouse.
I was actually looking up where everyone for Toledo was this year, and I think we've only had 3 people drop from last year.
That's impressive.
It's crazy.
And season 9 is still going very
I don't
strong.
think we've had anyone who didn't drop before the draft leave. Well, actually, I can think of.
I think I can think of 2. Rorden Germano is gone. And did Kat Aston leave, or did she come back?
I think they're back now. I can't remember. I know I just saw something in the log, but I couldn't remember if it was them like retire or like leaving or coming back. Can't remember.
Well, you are Mr. Umpire, always in the stuff, so you definitely see more than I do. Which is not,
Well, that was just in transaction log, which you can
I
see.
can see that. Then I'm just not paying attention to shit, so that's on me.
That's hard to remember too.
I have had a busy couple of weeks, so I'm really happy things are starting to calm down and cool down a little bit. Yippee! Thanks, Leo, for the enthusiasm.
Mhm.
So Noah, I'm probably going to cause some drama here, but why do you have Uga blocked?
Boy,
What's the T?
context here. I got pinged by Uga for a triple that I thought I responded to and evidently did not. Uga is my teammate. Uga is not blocked. I'm just dumb and occasionally miss a triple thing, which is a shame because
Oh man, I was so
well,
looking forward to you
I
saying
have
it.
a
I was
bit
like,
to uphold.
say it.
I gotta,
You are edging me
can't
like a
give you what you want
motherfucker, I
too
think as the
soon.
kids say.
Gotta keep you in suspense, don't I?
Do we say that?
I don't know. I assume you do. I see it on the internet, right? Don't you just talk like the internet?
You know what he's got? You know what he's got me there. He's got me there to some degree.
He wants to be
No,
mad, but he
he's right.
can't.
He's right. I do spend way too much time online, and it has had drastic effects on my vocabulary.
I thought you were going to say your mental health.
Not that too, but
Oh, Noah,
that's aside from the
uncool.
aside from the
It's fun to see what happened.
I'm
And
glad you're using
you know
the
what?
power
It was
ups, buddy.
funny. I don't
Apparently,
regret
I'm a
it.
douchebag for using them. None of the other assholes do. So I think it's great.
I don't think I ever used that phrase for
I
you.
know. I'm just.
So here's the difference. I don't know what I'm doing. I have never played this game before, so
But it
I feel
sounds like
justified. I
you've
need every
watched-
I've
handicap
never
I
played
can
this
get.
before
You've
either.
watched this a lot. So do you watch the video when
I've
you're
watched
watching?
the podcast a lot. Usually I'm at work and listening to it, but I've seen, bits and pieces every so often where I'm,
Nice.
I have 10 minutes and I actually just watch. So I have some
You're
sense of
watching
how this
from-
game works. I just have no idea
from
how any
Damien's
individual hole
perspective,
works.
too, which is
Not what you want to be at.
Oh my god, why is
This
this
is the one
place
that threw
huge?
Shorty for a loop.
yep. Oh dang!
and of course John got a hole in one on it.
That reminds me. Hold on, I need to go into
I was going to ask about
the
the movies
Levy
too, but-
clubhouse for a minute. Shorty wanted me to.
Why don't you go ahead and ask Chuck?
What did Shorty say I
Well, he said he's
should?
busy doing stuff, so I was.
Shorty had another old man opinion that she said I should bring out, and I
We should just get an old man
cannot
opinion
find
from
it for the
Shorty for
life
each
of me.
podcast guest from here on out.
Oh, like you said, like
Here we
the Andy
go.
Rooney
Mhm.
recording. Just she has like a
Here.
little
Oh no!
2-minute ending to our
Mhm.
show.
Oh,
I can do is a 5-second soundboard snippet.
ban the D.
While he gets that,
That's all it is,
That
it's
would
just a one
slap,
line.
by the way. Easy.
Was Bud Selig for Hall of Fame?
What was that?
the
What
was
was
the
it? Sorry?
opinion? Yes or no?
Bud Selig for
oh, that's bullshit.
Bud Selig
what
for
did
Hall of Fame?
what
Yes
did
or
Shorty
no?
say?
I can
I
guess.
know. I can guess the answer too. Everybody
Yeah,
guess.
Shorty doesn't like Bud
I
Selig.
think
I can guess.
hell no.
There's no way that
I'm-
Shorty likes Bud Selig, right?
There's a 0% chance.
But she
0%
liked the
chance.
All-Star game determining World Series. Is
It's
that
true.
not a Bud Selig thing?
You know,
That was a Bud idea.
there's a consistency
They
for
said,
Shorty that
"Checkmate,
it's just
Shorty."
what's fun for Shorty. And I get like watching a game that matters is more fun than watching a game that doesn't. But she's wrong there. She's absolutely wrong.
It is more fun. It's just it is exactly.
game
So
still
it's like
doesn't
you
matter.
can't just attach like home field to it and be like, see, it matters now. I'm just like that doesn't change it to
100%
me.
is not.
It just
Doesn't
makes
do
it like
anything.
kind of bullshit.
I was online. That was amazing. Or would have been amazing.
Well, Chalk, what's your Lugie's question?
I was just going to ask how the Loogies are doing. How are they coming together? How are they gelling?
Please, we're having a good time, I'd say. We had a tough loss to the Gordon Ramsay
Oh,
idiot sandwiches
I know
that.
in the first game, but that's going to happen periodically. we're having a good time. I think that we're overall in a good place. I think we did some really good work as a team, scouting and come together with a plan. Game it didn't work out, but sometimes that's the way the ball goes.
Indeed.
Come back and
Someone's
eat those
gotta
sandwiches
lose.
next time.
And unfortunately, 92% of MILR fantasy fans thought it was you guys. So
That was a good game, though. That was a fun game, though. That was a good one. Yeah.
It's a great game. Am I the only one who calls
Yeah.
it Mylar?
I'm surprised Chalk doesn't.
Not anymore, you aren't. I love that. That's great.
This fucking loam shit. Surprised he hasn't named it Miller or something. I don't know.
Miller.
And now it's Myler.
Hardly know her.
Major League and Minor League. MLR and Mylar.
Miller.
Is that like the party
not
balloons, Noah?
Aluminium.
They're made out of Myler.
And Damon stuff.
Wee woo wee woo wee.
Dude, how do you always get stuck on this?
Every time.
True story. Anytime Babe Ruth hears a fire truck, she immediately goes, "Woo, woo, woo, woo."
The other day, my girlfriend sent me a video of her friend's son, who I think is around the same age as Babe Ruth, and he calls his mom by her first name when he wants something. So it's just this fucking he's not. I don't think he's quite 2 yet, or maybe he's just over 2. I don't fucking know. But he's just like Kayla. It's so fucking funny. Just it doesn't call her mom. He just calls her Kayla because that's what everybody that's what he hears. He just calls her that. It's so funny.
We were playing a game in the car. They have this little pass a pig game, and it farts. It goes do 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 do, and then it farts at some point. And if you're holding it, you lose. So my son thinks that's the funniest thing, and then he stopped playing it. So I started singing the song, and then I did a fart nose, and I yelled his mom's name. We'll just say his mom's name is Becky. So I was like, Becky, come on, that stinks. And so they all thought that was hilarious. And now he'll just randomly make fart noises and look at her and go, Becky! And it's really funny.
That's so funny.
Kids are great. I mean, they're
obnoxious
dear a-holes, but yeah. How old is Babe Ruth? I don't know.
A riot. Babe Ruth is just shy of a year and a half.
We're about to enter into a very difficult time.
It's very fun.
Oh
yeah. She's very chatty. She tells us what she wants. She's not shy about that.
Yep.
I do not anticipate that changing.
There is a moment in time coming up where she will want to communicate a whole lot of things and not be able to. Or at least this has happened with my kids. And once she realizes that she can't articulate what she's trying to say, shit hits fans everywhere. It is on.
So here's the thing.
Yep.
She can say a lot of things. It is to the point, just by way of story here. We were getting in the car with some folks. 2 people were going to have to cram in the back with a car seat. For those of you who have not been in a car with a car seat, it's a little tight. So we said to our friends, you sit in the front, we'll cram in the back. And I say to Mrs. Diamond, should I sit in the middle or do you want to? And she goes, well, you have a big cushy. You should sit on the outside. I'll sit in the middle. And Babe Ruth out in the beat just looks up and goes, cushy.
Yep.
She says everything.
Yeah,
she's very good at communicating.
Good thing your wife did not say you had a fat ass. Then that would have been infinitely not. Yeah,
my daughter was also extremely articulate at that age, and then something happened, and fuck, it was on. So I hope you dodge it. I don't know what it was that my kid did. Tupito, did you have that with your kids?
Yes, our oldest was sitting there, and she had some stuffed animals, obviously, as a kid. And one day she was like, Heboo, Heboo. We're like, what? She's like, Heboo.
The fuck does that mean?
What the fuck are you talking about? She stomps into her room, grabs her ladybug stuffed animal, shoves it in her face, and goes, Heboo. It's like, okay.
And you're like, I did not know that word. I'm
Yep,
sorry. I apologize.
I was not familiar with your game.
And it
Yeah,
was
that's
one
on
of
me.
those
Sorry,
like
that's
if
on me.
when we would say Hebrew back, and she would say no Hebrew,
Yep.
like
I'm just
we
like,
were saying it wrong, even though that's what she was saying.
you're like, you made it up. What do you mean?
I apologize. I was not familiar with your game. That's on me.
See, Leo, you do talk like the Anakin.
Yeah.
That is a meme. That is.
There's a
is
really
that- Go ahead.
Leo's just a meme.
No,
lord.
he's great. He delivers.
Nice try.
There's a really funny Tom Segura fucking stand up where he talks about that. Like his kid, one of them being very articulate and like saying weird shit in the middle of the night, like him waking up with like his kid like in his face, like, father? Just what the fuck? It's 2 a.m. Why are you standing above me? So get ready for that.
Horror movie Ash.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
early morning
Father.
facing your face.
Yeah.
My daughter.
My cats already do it to me.
My daughter was very articulate as well, and but like if she didn't have a word, it was just on, and it was very, very rough for like 6 months.
Mhm.
So my son had it differently. He's not the same. Obviously, no kid's the same, but he's his language skills. Apparently, boys and girls have different language development timelines. I don't fucking know.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It's supposed to be a thing. Every time someone tells me, "Oh, boys or girls are like that," I just get real defensive and like, that doesn't mean just because there's a thing doesn't mean like just because there's a gender difference doesn't mean there's like a developmental difference. Doesn't have to be. But now I'm starting to think like maybe some things that is the case. I don't know. I don't know.
I claim no opinion or knowledge.
Noah Diamond is
That's
going to
fine.
run
As
3
far away
bases
from
around
that.
the gender topic. That's what he's going to do.
Somewhat apropos, and we've been dancing around this now. Noah, where did the "We Love Triples" come from?
So I did a little homework because I knew this was going to come up. The first that I found in a public server was session 8.9, so season 8, session 9, where I just said it in response to somebody on the White Sox hitting a triple. It just
came
seems
out.
like I just said it, but I knew that couldn't be the first time. I knew it wasn't the first time. So I went back to the trusty GM of the San Diego Padres from my time there, Keo. Shout out to Keo for the very quick turnaround on this. And as soon as I get that in, let me pull up the message because my memory is
Welcome to that
garbage.
club.
The first time that there was a literal "We Love Triples" put in the Padres was December of 2022. We have no idea. No, that's not true. It is the 5th game of that season. It was my 3rd triple in 5 games. I know at some point I was on pace for just a ridiculous number of triples. I think I had 2 triples in my first 2 games. Maybe my first 3. But I had 3 within 5. And at a certain point, Keo just starts screaming, "Triples God, triples God." I was like, are triples really that uncommon? He goes, "Buddy, you have no idea." Which is true. I had no idea. And points out at that point, we were in the 5th game of a 16-game season. You have 3.
Wow.
The record is 5. By the midpoint of that season, I had 5. I went, I think, 7 games without hitting a triple, and then I hit 2 in the final game
But off.
That is awesome.
to set the record at 7.
That's crazy.
It was
I honestly didn't know
very
you had the
fun.
record. I feel kind of silly.
Did not either.
And that it just
Noah and
I have the
yeah.
single season record. Donnie Draper has the all time, and it is
Yeah.
not
What
close.
build did you do it with, Noah?
Speedy.
It's an extra
Give you
base
one
for
guess.
Works to count.
Yes. Homer.
It's work-
It is not.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm pulling up on bot.
No, it's Speedy.
Yeah.
Gotta
It's
go
Speedy,
fast.
dude. Leo. Yeah.
Picked Speedy because I had no idea how to read the on base ranges, and I was like,
Mhm.
doubles and triples sound fun. I love triples. Triples are good. And then I went to FCB and proceeded to get no hits in game 1 or game 2 or game 3. And in game 4, I hit a triple and walked. And that's
Hitting
about
is
the
hard.
scope of my
Boy, I know
career.
that feels.
Boy, I'm bad at hitting. I'm
Hitting
really
is-
good at shadow ball, though.
Hitting is very hard, and
Maybe
that's
start
okay.
using those shadow ball numbers, Dayman. Or do you suck on your
Well-
own at bats like I did?
No, that exactly. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
exactly what it is. Of like, I don't even get like the 50-50 on my own AB for the shadow ball. But then the next one is just like, you were 3 off,
Dayman,
motherfucker.
Hey, man, tell him your score this week for Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball.
Oh
so far.
yeah. In St. Louis. Okay,
Man,
here.
you're not in the hole.
Suspense. Also, our scoring is like, if you're within 20, you get like 5 points, and if you're within 100, you get 3, and within 200, you get 1, and everything else is 0, and then negatives, and then like, of course, like a 0 and 1 diff are like 10 points. I am 66 points on 18 guesses.
That's pretty impressive.
About as good as I was.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
The next closest person is 39 points.
Out of
on
how
like
many
similar
guesses?
it's like
Damn.
15
Mm.
and then salsa's on 37 on 11 guesses, which is pretty good too.
Bro's Barry Bonds in Shadow Ball.
But like,
And first
Mendoza.
name, I was about to say first name Mendoza in MLR.
player to be named fucking later.
Catch
Carlos
Carlos
Mendoza,
that
I
sounds right.
believe.
Scouting discussions in MLR.
International.
I'm now looking that up
I
to
think
make
the
sure I'm
Mendoza
not
that
totally off.
Leo
Bonus
said
five.
is the murder Mendoza.
Right.
There's also a murder one. There's of course
Has
the
been-
Mendoza line, but there's also like a
The
I
Mendoza
can't remember.
brother. They were
Yes,
two brothers.
yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Dayman just yeah.
Oh no, I'm wrong. Carlos Mendoza is the manager of the Mets.
Aren't you a Mets?
But what was his
fan?
batting average?
Right, well, the baseball ref. Hang on.
'Cause what
Mario
what
Mendoza, who failed to reach
Mario.
205 times in his 9 big leagues
Knows
this
that.
season.
Jeez.
Is this the same Carlos?
The supposed threshold for offensive futility.
Is believe
Boy, his picture is
the technical term for that is not great.
his picture on Wiki is not somebody's kind of a dick. Not doing him any favors.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It's just unflattering. It's black and white. He's got the real gnarly glasses on.
oh my goodness!
Not a great haircut.
I'm looking at the baseball reference picture, and I'm starting to. It's
Does he have like
not
Coke
great
bottle
either.
glasses on? Is he like squints from?
It's
from,
what's above Coke bottle?
um,
Binoculars? I don't know.
Probably.
It's just not flattering. He looks like he's not having a good time either.
It really
saying
isn't.
he probably had vision
Like-
issues. So that's why he can't
he's-
hit the ball.
Maybe,
he's
but this picture, he's just like, yeah, I fucking suck.
He's like,
I'm
he's like Jackie Bradley Jr. Remember when Jackie Bradley Jr. was like, yeah, I played really bad baseball because I couldn't see. And then he went to a team that got him like contact lenses and he hit like 8 home runs in 12.
They were when he was signing up, when they were doing the insurance shit, they were like, what do you want? Like, the vision kicks in right away. You can, go get checked for what? And he's like, I've never had vision.
I never had vision insurance before.
They're like, dude, you're fucking blind. The next day of practice, they're like, I watched Jackie Bradley Jr. hit a ball fucking 800,000 feet away. He can see.
He can see again. Praise Jesus.
Yes.
This man has been given vision.
Probably what the batting coach said.
Where were we?
Stupido, the Mendoza brothers are Lyle and Eric.
Sure.
A major leaguer.
Sure. Uh-huh.
Those are two men I do not keep up
Those are
with.
the dudes who
Those are two
killed
men.
their parents.
Yeah,
right?
Period.
Yep.
Yes.
That's not good.
My
Fuckers.
goodness, I can't even get off the top row.
Fucking fuckers.
There, maybe. There we go.
How dare
Oh, I
they?
was hoping you'd get stuck in the teleport loop.
How dare they
Sad.
commit patricide?
And so Noah, on
Episode.
top of the We Love Triples, which is obviously your trademark, are there any other ideas of what someone else could take that are similar opportunities? We love sack flies.
I think the reason that I think the reason I like it, and I think the reason the league responds well to it is because it's coming from an honest place. It's just
Who
fun.
likes triples?
I think if somebody feels passionately about something and they want to make a silly little bit, I support
wife
silly
does
little
too.
bits. But I think if you try to sit and force it, you're not going to stick with it. It's not going to be fun.
How's it going?
Even the reluctant triples against your own team or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So did you like triples before you started just hitting them all the time?
Yeah.
Sounds like you didn't have much time to care.
Yeah,
Three in the first 5 games,
So here's the thing.
Well, like,
or 5 in the first 3, or
Well, I mean, he said that he
In the first 5
saw
games.
the doubles and triples and was like, "Yeah, that sounds good."
Listen, it's a baseball truism, right? What's the most
I
exciting
agree.
play in baseball? It's a triple. Right? I'm not the first person to say that. I could,
said it.
you know, go into my theory here, but the long story short is you hit a home run. That's exciting. It's a shot in the arm, but it's over. There's no build, there's no tension, there's no story. Every triple has a story with it, right? Every triple is really just a fraction away from being an error, or it's a result of the guy really flying. And either way, you get a little bit of tension, you get a little bit of build up, you get that moment where the guy flies around second and takes that turn, and everybody in the stadium goes, "Oh man, he's going for it."
He's going the distance.
he's going
It's
for
fun.
speed, Leo?
He is.
Is he all alone
He is going for
He's
speed.
all alone.
in a time of need?
Mm-mm.
He is indeed. All of
That's not
those
the next line
things.
at all.
As a umpire watcher, might be the only one in the world. When a base is empty, triple is one of the best things to watch the umpires do too.
Because the home plate umpires are run down to third.
Yeah, the home plate umpire covers third just the way they all shift.
They're scrambling. Oh shit, boys!
There was an all-star game. Oh, it would have been
He's going for
late
threes.
2000s, early 2010s. Like the
Boys.
leadoff batter hit a triple, and it was just perfect.
You're
to
just
watch
like-
the umpires.
just getting settled in. Somebody just ropes
Yep.
triple everybody, just fucking taking off. Even the
And I'm over
umpires
there
are
going-
advancing a base. Holy shit!
I'm a play covered.
Someone watch him. Someone watch him.
For real.
Gotta make the call.
Think about it though, and I'm going to use some Mets, and I'm going to make up some plays here. And all apologies in the world to the Mets broadcast team because they don't deserve this. But Pete Alonso deep to left, like, you get that. That's way out of here. Great, fun, exciting, good moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's already over. If Nimmo hits it to the left field corner, Castellanos dives, can't get it. I have no idea who the hell plays center for the
Brandon
Phillies
Marsh,
these days.
Josh
Rojas.
Yeah.
March over to cover.
I love how you're just drawing this triple out in your head.
Mm-hmm.
By the time that, look, you did
I'm sorry.
I can speak this language, I swear. But look, Nimmo hits to right. Castellanos dives, can't get it. Nimmo racing around first. Here comes Ross. Throw in. Nimmo turns for third. Here's the play. At the
Ow.
plate, he is safe. You have a whole story there, right? You have a whole build-up. It's a whole lot better than just a moment of, all right, we got an exciting play here. Is it better on the scoreboard? Absolutely not. I'm not a moron. I can count.
Not that dumb.
But it's a lot more fun in terms of you
Better
get
on
the
the box
whole.
What
get
about
the
the
whole
inside
build
the
up.
Better on
park
the
home
box
run?
score.
Harder on the box score.
Inside the park home run is fun, no matter what. Unfortunately, to my knowledge, there's no scorekeeping for that. And since our league doesn't exactly have defense as an option, it's not entirely clear that
Get
you're
to it,
going to hit
Eddie.
it inside the Parker.
Oh,
Sorry.
Someone just
Someone did not like that. Someone's out there hated that one.
I think Isaac just cussed us out.
Yep. Directed at me, Isaac.
me licking my lips, ready to scribe that
Somewhere,
up.
somehow, Isaac felt a
Right.
deep disturbance in the force.
You directed at me. It's okay.
I
What's
think
the,
we've reached the end of our questions, Noah. Do you have any for us?
Yeah, wrap up here.
Well, I guess the question for you is, do you want the
Yes.
serious questions
Yes.
or do you want the silly ones?
That was unanimous.
That's fair.
Uh,
Let's start with the silly
Let's
end.
go.
And I have one for everybody.
Uh-oh.
Stupido. You've got a very descriptive name. What is the stupidest
Oh,
and the
boy.
smartest thing you have ever done?
Smartest thing, we'll go there because that's easy. Marrying my wife.
Okay.
Nice.
The wife
Good
loves
answer.
that answer.
Stupidest thing I ever did. Whew, that's going to take me a minute to think of. There's a lot there.
I was going to say that's stupid, huh?
I feel it.
Hmm.
I
Go to
really-
someone else and I'll think about it. I'll come back.
Okay.
Try not to dox myself too.
Dayman,
Yeah, don't do that.
Yes.
you have expressed certain opinions about certain foods that may have been discussed at length on a prior episode. What is the most soup-like food
Silly.
that is acceptable
Next
to
question.
eat?
How about nacho cheese?
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine too. That's a topping. Toppings aren't
What
soup.
about pudding?
Learn soup.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like eat like a lot of pudding, but I like yogurt and stuff. That's not again
Cereal, cold or hot?
I mean, I don't
Ooh.
dislike cereal. I don't really like eat it though that much. I prefer salty breakfasts.
Like bacon.
Yeah,
I talked to my wife about
Wait, can you eat bacon? Because pork?
turkey bacon.
Oh yeah.
What we eat at our house.
I talked to my wife about Chick-fil-A breakfast based on your recommendation, Dayman, who is also not in the hole, by the way.
Yes,
And we're considering it. We're both kind of on a healthier
dude.
kick.
I'm telling you, get a bowl. Get a bowl. It's good.
Yep.
Get some Chick-fil-A sauce though. Don't get the salsa. You put the Chick-fil-A sauce in it. Shake it up. Put the lid back on. Shake it up.
Go to town.
Eat that shit. Come back to me. As no business being as good as it
Yep.
is. Crazy.
Crazy.
I'm a believer.
Man, I'm getting hungry. I need to make dinner.
It's 7:30. Oh, no, I'm not gonna.
My girlfriend doesn't get off till 8:45.
Fair. That's fair. I need to stop
Like to
criticizing
have
when
it-
people eat.
And I do like to eat earlier, but if I eat earlier, then first of all, I have to make second dinner at like 9 because I have the metabolism of like a fucking 8-year-old or something, and I have to eat every 2 fucking
These
hours.
fucking kids.
It's
My metabolism is terrible. Don't direct that at me.
it's like legitimately crazy. I'm like 170 pounds too. I'm not like overweight or anything. I
Man,
just
I
get hungry all the
fucking-
time.
I fucking wish.
You're also like 4 inches taller than me.
Yes, but that 4 inches has manifested in 70 pounds.
You're a thick boy, Leo.
I'm
No
just
shame.
saying.
Yeah, I'm working out. Over
You got a
the
big
summer.
tushy. It's fine.
Oh yeah,
No,
no,
no.
I forgot to ask.
I know that
Packing?
you 2% milk. Okay.
Are you packing a badonkadonk, Noah?
Whoa.
Yeah, this is his question portion, not
Well,
yours, buddy.
Noah, big tushy diamond.
I mean,
The short version of this is I am not a big guy, but I have a surprising amount of hips.
Do your
Big
hips
where it
lie?
counts.
Wink.
all right.
Noah Shakira Diamond.
Oh yeah, his hips don't lie. All right,
Don't lie.
more questions.
Go
Let's
ahead, Noah.
go
Hello.
again.
Leo, you have been involved with FCB teams that have had a dog as a mascot
Mhm.
and have had a big cat as a mascot. Woof or bark or meow
See,
or meow.
There's only one
You-
fucking right answer to this question.
you gotta respect where you came from, but at the same time, go Texas State and go Kansas City. Kansas City Kitties. Meow.
There's just more kitties at stake than there are dogs. If you got to
There
pick, you got more coverage with the kitty.
Yes, I've been directly related in 2 cat themed teams and 1 dog themed team. Therefore, more people will get mad at me if I say dog. One of them is on this podcast, and that
This is
one
a
that
really
is
simple
on this podcast
concept.
Leo,
is my co-GM of that
Leo
team. So
Leo the people pleaser.
Yes.
I get it.
I want to continue pitching
Hey.
for KC, and therefore I will say meow.
I mean, I do too because Leo has fucking 2 1-run lead saves.
Yes, I
That
have
I
been very
pissed-
good.
Pissed
Yeah, just
myself
not
for
letting
the
me shoot the
entire
ball.
time. Not out of lack of faith, just out of pure
Yeah.
fear.
There we go.
This game is way more random
been
than
very
everyone
good
wants
at-
to admit. So totally get it.
It's
It's one of those
terrifying.
things where you're like, you have faith in your teammates, but also you're sitting there just like, any number could come in for any reason. Like, you just like, it's not something you can do 100% of the things correctly and you're not rewarded. So it's just like, it's terrifying.
Yep.
Yes, I've been.
It's amazing how small your ranges feel when you're hitting
Yeah.
and how terrifyingly
Yeah.
large they are when you're
Yes.
pitching.
Yeah.
Especially when you start like when you're trying to come up with like a pitching number, even like I even feel this way for like FCB or fake college football. I mean, when you're trying to come up with like a defensive number, you're sitting there and like you start ruling out where you're like, okay, I'm not going here because blah blah blah. All of a sudden you're like, well, fuck, that leaves like one option. Like, unfortunate.
Got 1 number left.
Yeah.
It's like threading a needle or like dodging a tidal wave. Like there's, it feels like both. It's hard.
Dude.
Yes,
Next.
I've been enjoying being closer by
Need-
circumstance.
Ecstasy and
Right.
tragedy.
It's great.
Fuck. I'm going to give you a hypothetical here. I want your opinion, but this is going to take a minute. Suppose that the San Diego Zoo finds that one of their gorillas has taken an interest in American football.
Okay.
Starts to watch every game of the NFL season. Clearly has players that they prefer, clearly understands what's going on, reacts appropriately when their team does well or poorly by gorilla standards. We're grading on a curve.
Curve.
The gorilla, through its trainers, expresses an interest in learning how to play football. It does not intend to hurt anyone, but again, it is a gorilla and is much larger than
Okay.
your average human. You are the
Roger.
commissioner of the NFL. Do you allow the
Of course it's
Oakland
Oakland.
Raiders to draft
Of course
this
it's
gorilla
Oakland.
first
Isn't it Las
overall?
Vegas?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
Would you how much
Las
attention
Vegas
I pay to
Raiders.
football?
Do I allow the Las Vegas Raiders to draft a gorilla who plays football? Yeah, because he's a gorilla.
You
Who
will
cares?
try not to hurt anybody.
That's the. yeah.
So if I'm the commissioner of football, I work for the owners, and the owners of a football team are going to make a shit ton of money watching a gorilla destroy a bunch of people. So yes, I have to allow it. But as like a human being who cares about people, no, that's fucking
Well-
insane. I don't think people should play football, let alone with gorillas. You know
Pretty good
what?
way to have a
Rich people
lawsuit.
have lawsuits all the time.
Being
Apparently, it
honest.
does not matter. So
Ooh,
I have been.
spicy.
You're not wrong.
I was up
Must be nice.
20. I'm down negative 20 on this, and my ball has been fucked up this entire hole. I'm going to lose the whole
So
9.
was mine.
Okay,
My
The whole
ball's also
course.
the whole course.
Going fast, and the little thing was going left to
Yeah.
right, like all the way.
Yeah, that got
Yeah.
me
Yep.
too.
I don't
That
know
was
what
everybody's
happened.
ball.
Good. So maybe I did win. Noah, why did you ask me about football? Can I ask?
It was a silly question.
I'm sorry that it
Why
wasn't
don't you
very
give a
funny.
funny answer, to be
Nice.
honest?
Fair enough.
I thought somehow,
Fair
as
enough.
a
Fair
person
enough.
who listens somewhat close to the podcast, you pieced together a bit of my research from back in the day, because a lot of the stuff that I did that I worked, the specific area of my specialization for my dissertation, a lot of people who worked on that also worked on like animal consciousness. So like, is an animal ethically responsible? Are we responsible to animals? You know, at what point does an animal have consciousness, have rights, have whatever? And I thought that's where you were going from it, and I was very confused. But I guess you didn't listen that closely.
And that'd be an interesting
No,
take
yeah,
on the question,
no,
but no, I just thought you'd find it funny.
I think it's really sad because they definitely would let a gorilla play because it would make a shit ton of money, and that's what they do. Right? No?
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Hard to argue with that.
Yeah.
Were those the serious questions or the funny questions?
Those were the silly questions, and one for Griff. Whenever Griff makes their way onto the screen, is: have you ever considered existing in a different resolution other than 16-bit? There's
Griff's
8-bit,
eternal.
there's
He exists however
32-bit.
you want him to be. As long as there's 3
How many
out of the
options?
5 of us gathered, he exists
Two
in
or
whatever
Is
pixel
it 3?
range.
Oh, it
Two or
was
three.
2.
2? Sorry. 2 or 3. Sorry.
Oh, but if 4
It's
of us
or
were together,
I don't have to
Griff's
say
not there?
both. Damn
Well,
it.
I'm so confused now. I thought it was 2 or more.
It's 2 or 3 is the phrase, but 2 or more also works. It's translated out
Because
of
that
Greek.
means if there's 4 of us, then Griff's not there.
That's true. So Damian was
3 out
wrong.
of
You're-
10 cats does count now.
All right. That's all for our podcast today.
Wait,
Yes,
he has
serious
serious
question.
questions.
I know.
Also, we need to get Griff a DH gate thing, Stupido, jersey,
Yeah.
and we'll carry it with us everywhere.
Oh, that's a good idea. It's worth the $30 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we'll split it. Yeah, and then we can send it to him.
You consider getting a fat
What are your
bag?
serious questions?
I'm still trying to come up with this stupid thing, but I tend to forget the stupid things I do because
Oh,
that's how I
yeah.
work.
How we all survive. You remembered all the stupid things you ever did.
It's actually a really
Yeah.
important part of Nietzsche's
Oh boy.
like ethical philosophy. Is forgetfulness. Like you, in order to act, one has to forget because
Dayman, you're not in the hole.
it freezes them from action because of the failure and the consequences and yada yada.
Noah, serious questions.
So all of you have now been through a full season. I think you've all seen that in some ways, this is very much in line with what you expected, and in some ways it definitely isn't. What are some of the ways that it can, or rather, how does this compare to your expectations coming in as rookies? And what, positively or negatively is different from what you thought it would be?
I'll start. I did not expect the community to be as, what's the word, talkative, as busy. I just thought it'd just be a bunch of people throwing out fake numbers, and that's just what happened. So I was pleasantly surprised.
How does one define
What's
a
that?
fake number? If people are throwing out fake numbers, what's the difference
You
between a
just
fake
gotta
number and a
count
real
them.
number?
Imagination.
Feel like I also got mathematized.
Math is not my strongest
So that would
suit.
be the surprise, was how active the community was away from the game.
I would say mine is just like I'd only ever worked on like Linux and like Python stuff. Like I'd like never done like Discord shit. So just like seeing some of that stuff for the first time, I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Just because I'd only ever used Discord for just like talking to like 6 people or like, just popping in to like play games or something, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
So learning
games?
Python or Discord bot is
Yeah,
what you enjoy.
yeah. Yeah. Therefore, I was fighting with Google Sheets yesterday for a while, and that kind of bothered me.
Did you figure it out?
Yes, I did because I just plagiarized something from somebody else.
That is how you
Perfect.
do.
But then I did figure out. I was like, oh, I just need to like add this thing. Like, it was like getting tables to match because they were like, these aren't the same size. These aren't the same size. You can't match these.
Sorry, Dayman. I'm gonna have to report you to your thesis advisor
Get
for
it.
plagiarism.
Get his ass.
Got him.
He's the plagiarist. He's the academic dishonesty.
I'm surprised at. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm surprised about that much anymore. I think that sounded douchey. The thing that surprised me the most, I've talked about a lot, was that like people that are normally marginalized and made fun of and ridiculed pretty heavily in online spaces are like protected here, and that shit's shot down. I know I've talked about that a lot, so much so that like Dayman will call it out that this is Shock's most like unexpected thing in the league, yada yada. That's not to call you out, down, Dayman. It's just I remember that happened. You're like, this is what it is, and that is. But like now that that's kind of settled in, and I'm used to that, everything flows kind of how it is. Like some people are kind of dicks. That's fine. They're not such big dicks that they're like super dickish to everybody. Some people are really nice and kind, which is awesome. So, like, I mean, Noah, you get excited every time we have an episode, and I'm like, awesome. There's a thing I can listen to on my way home from work tomorrow or whatever, and that's really cool. It makes us feel good about what we're doing. It's nice that the community supports us. It's unexpected in a way, but like it's it's nice that people are like that. There's people you can trash talk to a little bit and have some fun and joke around. Like everyone has like their roles and their niches, and you can dip in and dip out as needed. It's not surprising anymore. It's kind of expected. Like just the community is what it is. So yeah.
My
That makes a lot of sense when you
boss
put it
fucked
that
up
way,
again.
at least to
God
me.
dang it.
Yeah, mine too, Leo.
That's
I sat down
fine.
too quick. Heyo!
Is
I
a
didn't
second
answer. Leo didn't
question
answer.
for y'all, if
You
I'm
can have
allowed
3
to.
questions.
Yes.
Leo, go ahead.
It's
I do, in fact, have
just kind of
3.
echoing what other people have said. I just didn't really expect it to be such a big part of my life that it's become at this point. I have some really good friends on here. I have some people that I'd consider really good friends that I wouldn't have literally would have never encountered if I didn't join, from a random Reddit post that I saw on r/baseball. And yet, here I am, little less than 1 year later, and it's crazy. And I'm recording a podcast right now, and I never thought I would do that, but here we
It
are.
is super weird to have we have a podcast. That's weird to say. That is unexpected.
I didn't expect to be. I never expected to
Get
be
ready
the
to speak
podcast guy.
podcast,
Yeah.
buddy.
Already, yep.
Go Leo.
I'm the podcast guy. For better or for worse.
All right, Noah, what's your next question?
Question 2.
2 of 3.
Hey man, punch in the air.
We all know there are folks who are very active on main, and there are some folks who are active in their clubhouses and choose not to be on main. Who are some of your favorite teammates, either at the major league or minor league levels that you've been on, or in FCB for that matter, who are great folks in the clubhouse who you really enjoy being on a team with, who people who aren't on that team may not be as familiar with or may not get, the direct insight into.
I'll start with a couple. Well, first I'll start with somebody who's not in my immediate clubhouse, and that is Nova from when I was in Tampa Bay.
Chirp, chirp.
Stupido obviously knows who Nova
Mr.
is.
Number One.
Yep, Dayman is obviously now familiar with Nova. Nova's great. I loved having Nova in the clubhouse. They were always fun to talk to and hang out with. Padres, I mean, there's just a lot of people on the Padres who are really active in the clubhouse that you're probably not going to see in Maine very often. John Triple J Johnson Jr. springs to mind, as does Richard Northstar will be the two names that I submit for the question.
Jimothy Johnson. Jimothy Johnson is it. She was great in FCB. She was great in the clubhouse. I suppose who she play for?
In Cleveland.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
So Noah, Jimothy Johnson is a star. Yeah. And on the Phillies,
No doubt.
I'm pretty great.
But you are
You're
active
humble.
in Maine.
Am I active in Maine?
You're definitely not on Maine.
Active
you?
enough.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not in general, but anyways, Raj is super active, and I know that Raj gets Raj is a weird dude sometimes, or I've heard chatter about Raj or whatever about he's whatever. All this sounds terrible. Raj is like a great fucking teammate. The dude's supportive. He's helpful. He pitches in. He listens. So you may see Raj around, but Raj as a teammate is awesome. So.
Raj.
Oh, and shout out Zand, who is awesome. Not active in Maine anymore, but also great.
Shout out Zand.
Dayman.
Stupido, Dayman.
Going back to the Rays, on top of Nova, there was also Ross Uwage, who is not very active. I don't think active at all in Maine.
It's a great name.
But it is a great name. Who was fairly active in the clubhouse. We used to always fight over the daily games like Thrice and Wordle and on who could be better. He was always better.
Bryce, Oakland is absurdly good at trivia. I just think that is worth noting.
95% of that.
I was going to say,
Teddy,
is it because they have a walking encyclopedia as a co-GM?
Jeez.
No, it's Teddy, but it's also Sterling. Sterling is a freaking monster at Thrice.
Noted.
Put up multiple perfect scores in the last week. Meanwhile, I'm over here doing my best to get
7 and 8
points.
my average.
And if it's a really good day.
I don't know if I've ever seen a perfect.
Yeah, that's about where I am.
I've never played Thrice.
Because you
just spend some time in the Oakland clubhouse. I assure you will see perfect scores.
I'm kidding.
What's the where's Thrice the game? Where's that?
It's geekswhodrink.com, I think. If you just search Thrice, you'll find
I searched Thrice and did not find it. That's why I had to ask.
Thricegame.com, I think.
Yep, thrice.geekswhodrink.com.
There you go. I wouldn't play it right now. We're kind of recording a podcast. Oh, in some context, I believe 2 players are about to get ejected from a minor league baseball game. Right now.
MILR or
MILR.
Yeah.
Myler.
I hardly know her.
Is that really happening?
Yes, John Baseball and Mike Gawk are currently fighting in the RSS.
Man.
Oh, wow.
I thought it'd be
Lovely. Okay. Final thing. I'll say, let's see. Let me answer the question here. I'm trying to think about it.
They meant scolding us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily know who to answer. Actually, I know who I'll answer. I'll say Lee Luda. the nicest fucking guy there is from the Brewers. Just a good fucking dude. He's just only ever kind of active in like umpire channels and stuff. So like if you're not in there, you might not see him very often, but like he basically handles as many things as Teddy does. At like really late hours and stuff too. So yeah, I'd probably say that person. Shout out Lee.
Shout out Lee.
Lee,
Question 3.
the final question I have for you. There are a number of teams across the leagues we play in. Some of which are serious,
Name
some of
them.
which are very goofy. Of all the teams you are aware of, not even necessarily that you've been on, but that you're aware of, what is your favorite team
But Gondor
branding that you've
Grons.
seen?
Branding.
There's no question. Grons, so fucking good. I'm so sad that I was not playing so I could play for that team. It's just so good. Okay, now someone
Mm.
else go.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm
Somebody
trying
else.
I liked the
Gronk,
Get
Gronk.
Corked rally thing for U-Cork. That was fun. I think that's because my
Gonna pick your own. Just gonna pick your own.
I
fucking
really don't
teams.
get into the fucking branding that much, man. I'm trying here. I liked it because
Yeah, that's why the Grons are
yeah,
mine.
I will
Yeah.
be. I think Damon, we've had this conversation. I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. What's so funny about the Grondor Grons? Doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know what it is, but there's something about just sending the GIF and like every single GIF is like exactly lined up, or they're slightly off to where it looks like it's swinging back and forth. It just makes me laugh every single
What
fucking
is
time.
what is the GIF?
It's the Gron from Lord of the Rings, the fucking battering ram thing from Two Towers. That's the Gron. That's what a Grond is.
That's what a Grand is.
You've seen Lord of the Rings, yes?
Yeah. Why is that called a Grand? I didn't know it was called a Grand.
That's what they chant when they're bringing it in and they're storming the castle. They're Grand. My fucking god! It's
All
like
right.
that scene in the movie. That battle, sir.
My
It's
answer.
like the fucking peak of the movie.
My answer is a tie between the Birmingham Biggest Birds and the Pumpkin Town Possums.
Possums was good.
It seems like they were
Yeah,
having
look,
so much
yes.
fun last year.
Yeah.
As
I'm
many
gonna go back
birds.
to
They
season
spammed
9.
They spammed so many possum emotes. It was great.
MILR. I love the Montclair Valley. I'm not going to say it all, but just the
Regional
whole
and
idea
high school,
of what all can
theater.
we break. The
Made
whole
me
thing is
laugh
what can we
every
break? What
time.
can we do wrong?
Shout out Moe. That made me laugh
Being in
every
a
single time.
Mylar GM lounge with that shit. Of
I
just,
really
like,
hope that fucking
every
takes
other
off.
day, like every session that would start for the first like 3 or 4 sessions, somebody or it was like Isaac or like another umpire or like Tech would just be like, "Oh, son of a bitch, the fucking team name being so long."
Wait. Are we talking about the Montclair Regional Valley High School Theater Club and baseball enthusiasts?
Yes.
I believe that's
Oh,
correct.
okay. I had to, without the full name, I wasn't fully comprehending
did
what we
great,
were
Leo.
talking about.
You did
I
Now
got
that
you.
we've got the, thank you.
It was
You
awesome.
did good.
Now that we got the full team name out there, I know exactly who we're talking about.
Right. Yeah. You're just like, "Oh, you should have said so."
All right.
Yeah, I just like their whole idea of what can we break. Let's have a long
Noah,
name.
Who's yours? And then we'll get out of here. 'Cause
He's
it's
got a
very
third
long
question.
podcast
2 hours.
episode.
Got a third question.
That was
That is
what was the third
what's the
question?
third
Was this the
John,
third question?
you were playing thrice.
I
And
was
weren't
playing
even
thrice.
listening.
What was the second question?
Hey, you posted your
Oh my
14.
My God, just listen back.
Just listen back when this gets posted. Just listen back.
I will. I mean,
Send
Yeah.
your answer in chat.
no,
Chalk, the third question was, what team's branding did you
no, that
like?
I heard. I don't remember the second.
It's high.
Second
Teammates,
question
Timothy
was
Johnson,
the
yes.
Was
quiet
the teammates.
Got it. Sorry. Noah, what branding did you
team.
like?
Remember the first question.
just had so much
Yeah,
fun on the Belize
I
Nuts. I'm gonna go there.
answer.
We had a very good
Yes.
time for reasons that I think are very
Yeah.
obvious.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
We won a bunch was a plus, but that team had some very, very good
I wonder if
vibes.
I'm MLI.
Leo and I are just,
Oh, go ahead, Damon.
you mean
I
Mylar?
was going to correct myself. Yeah. I wonder if a Mylar team has ever been like, you know what, this has been so great. Let's all get together in a real team. I wonder if that's ever happened.
That would be hard.
It would
but
be.
I mean, I'm sure that playing with other people on your
Very
team, like
challenging.
in Mylar, may influence like your free agent shit. Just like, of
Mhm.
course,
Yeah.
yeah.
I also feel like familiarity would get old after a while too.
I mean, some people want to play with like just the same few people, and other people want to play with like different people, and some people want to play with everybody, like Brian.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's fine. Do what you want. Nobody cares.
I feel like
Have a good time.
MLR and MyLR are just different leagues. They're just very
Yeah.
different in terms of feeling, in terms of
Yeah.
how people are going to play the game.
Yeah, I will say,
What makes somebody fun in one may or may not be the same as
that
what's
too.
fun in
Like,
another.
there was a conversation in our Mylar clubhouse the other day. This one was just like, it's not the biggest thing on my priority list, and you're just like, yeah, that's why it's like nobody's really too uptight about too many things, Or I try not to be for our team, I guess. I don't know. Well, I
Be
can do what he
uptight.
wants, I guess.
Can you be uptight, Damon?
Someone's got to keep you fucking people in line. I can. I just reserve it for when I'm alone.
So you're only uptight
And
with yourself?
That's yeah.
Fucking Damon, you can do better.
You think I'm talking shit about myself when I'm alone? No, it's everybody
Oh, okay.
else.
You're journaling.
It's myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, yourself gets caught in the crossfire.
Yep.
Of course.
I'm very critical because I'm most critical of myself.
Yeah, I feel that.
Hey, Noah.
Hit too hard. That's our podcast,
That's
Noah.
our
Thanks
show.
for being on, Noah. It's been wonderful.
Yes. Noah, thank you.
It was a great
I don't know
time.
if it
Thank you for having
would
me.
qualify as a triple.
And I look forward to seeing you
The
for the
first
first triple digit
Yes.
That's a good
episode.
one.
Of course. We'll add it to the channel list, episode 100.
Are we going to have Junie on for 69?
100 already are in person,
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
so no, it'd have to be 101.
That's better. I don't know. It has a good ring to it.
Does.
I feel like a 111 would be best because it's like one for each base.
There you go.
Photo can only do 109.
Definitely 300.
Definitely 300. And definitely 333.
Definitely.
333.
We'll
All
have
the
to
300.
rig up some assisted living places on episode 300, but I'm sure we can get it working.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not that old, day man.
I think he's talking about my fat ass.
No, for the audience. Come on.
Noah, thanks
That
for
has
coming
been
on.
our show.
Yep, that's it. Thanks,
That's our
everybody.
show.